Hello, guys. Welcome to 2025. I'm really, really excited to see everybody back again. So, let's quickly talk about the only match that happened yesterday, which was the New Year, and the match was between Brentford and Arsenal. So, yesterday we saw Arsenal go away to Brentford at the Brentford Community Stadium, where we were able to win by three goals to one. The first goal actually was scored by Mbueno for Brentford in the 19th, in the 13th minute, and apart from the fact that he scored in the 13 minutes, then we equalized by Gabriel Jesus in the 29 minutes. So that would mean that in the last 3 or 4 matches, Gabriel Jesus has scored about 6 goals or 7 goals. And that is really, really a step up from the Gabriel Jesus that we knew, that was a shadow, that has been a shadow of himself for the past couple of seasons now. So he has really, really kept up his form. And coupled with the fact that we all know that Saka did not play in yesterday's match and he has missed about 2 matches now, and it's going to be out for quite a while. So when you look at it, do we really, really miss Saka? I don't think so right now. Not that we do not miss Saka, not that Saka is not important, but actually the guys are covering for Saka very, very well. Yesterday we saw Nwaneri step up and play in the Saka role. We did not even see Havertz at all play in the match yesterday. I think he was maybe probably he was sick or something according to the report. Nwaneri really, really played very well yesterday. I mean, he delivered the corner well because our second goal was actually scored by Merino from a corner. There was Koffel inside of the 6 yard box, and from there he was able to shoot into the net. It was really, really surprising because it's been a long time we have scored from corners, but yesterday actually it was not a direct goal from corner, but it was after some scuffle in the 6 yard box, he was able to actually shoot past the goalkeeper, and that was our second goal. 2 minutes later, after Merino was able to score that goal from corner, then we saw Martinelli score. That was on the 53rd minute. Martinelli scored, and I was really, really very excited for Martinelli because he needed that goal. Martinelli needed that goal to actually, stay very, very happy, and also to still maybe that can actually rekindle his confidence. Because for the past few months or few weeks, he has not really, really been playing well. And for footballers like that, when they score, many of these talks will go away. So I was actually really very happy to see him yesterday to have been able to at least score some goals. And that was actually what really happened yesterday. Another incident that happened yesterday was that, the boys played very well. They didn't play badly at all. We saw them go from one goal down to winning 3 goals to one. Nwaneri was on top of his game yesterday. What else was surprising is that Jesus, for about the third time in a row now, is the man of the match. Yesterday, he won the man of the match because he performed amazingly well. He disturbed the defenders. He was in the box. He was always trying to score. Although he got a goal himself, which was the first goal, which really, really makes it, that people will begin to actually ask questions now that Arsenal still need to bring in new people in January because the January transfer window will be opening very, very soon. And I will say that yes, we need to bring in new people because Jesus is not reliable. Tomorrow can go on injury. So we need people that are very, very reliable and also people that can cover for players like Martinelli. Martinelli, to me, has lost form. And that was why I said at the beginning of this video that if he is able to, I mean, for the fact that he has scored a couple of goals, now I think he has scored in about 2 or 3 goals, 2 or 3 games, that can actually rekindle his confidence. We need Martinelli back to his best. We need Martinelli to be able to score goals, to be able to drive across, defenders, and to be able to disturb them. Bring out the free kicks, bring out disturb defenders, and actually make them commit. So it was nice seeing the guys step up yesterday. Merino did not play badly at all. And another thing that happened yesterday is that we saw cameo from players that we have seen in a long time. Players like Zinchenko. He was actually brought in at the end of the match. I think he just returned back from injury. So he was actually brought in at the end of the match, which means that we also have Zinchenko available. Although yesterday Lewis Kelly did not start, instead we saw a start from Califiori. Califiori yesterday came in, played very, very well. Although the first goal, people are saying that he could have defended that attack very, very well by Umbueno. But it is what it is. Umbueno scored, and the most important thing is that we won. So I don't think people are really, really talking about that since we won. Assuming we probably had a draw, it could have been a topic. But we won yesterday. But minus that mistake, he played really, really very well. And as we all know, Gabriel and Saliba were on top of their game. They played absolutely well. Thomas Partey in the midfield was a beast. Thomas Partey controlled the game very, very well. He was able to control the pace of the game, just as we know Thomas Partey. A fit Thomas Partey, I keep saying it, is always better than every other person, than every other player in the Premiership at any given time. provided he's fit. Declan Rice did not also start yesterday, although he came in the 78th minute for Mikel Merino. Leandro Trossard for Nwaneri, and then we saw Lewis Kelly finally came in as a cameo yesterday. He came in for Califiori. So I think our squad is compact. I think if all of our players are able to return back from injury, we might actually not really be talking about, do we need to get players? Do we need to get this? I think at the start of this season, we were hit with some injuries as well as the bad decisions on red cards and every other thing like that has really, really made us feel like, okay, maybe we need to actually get these players. Because currently, right now, we are second on the table with 10 games played, 21 plus 21 goal difference, and 39 points. Personally, I like the fact that we are actually not top by this time of the season. Because if we had been third, the pressure would have been much. Everybody would have been looking out for Arsenal that every January Arsenal always mess up by dropping points. But it's very, very good to know that we're actually not on the top of the table. Liverpool is on top of the table with 45 points. And any slip from Liverpool now means that we are actually going to capitalize on our own winning and actually maybe reduce the points and hopefully take over from Liverpool. So I feel very, very confident. I think the boys can do it. And I think that probably if any slip up from Liverpool, this can actually be our season. Because many of our players are returning back from injury now. When they return back from injury, obviously our squad is going to be very, very well strengthened. This is not to say that Mikel Arteta shouldn't bring in new players this season. There has been some player that has been linked with us now. We have the likes of Mahmoud Kudus, and we have Isaac from Isaac in Newcastle. Even though it's difficult to bring in Isaac at this time, but probably we can look at Mohamed Kudus because looking at Mohamed Kudus' contract right now, he has, I think, the release clause on his contract has been removed temporarily by West Ham and is actually going to be restored by the end of the season. So we can look at these players and bring them in because Mohamed Kudus is a really, really very technical player. He plays for West Ham and a Ghanaian international. If we bring him into our squad, he's going to play the Saka role, and boom, we can actually, win more games and be able to have the proper depth, squad depth that we have always wanted. It is not easy to go against the likes of Liverpool and Manchester City. We understand the fact that Manchester City this season has not been really, really performing well. But the moment Man City picks up form, they're actually going to be on a winning streak. And when they're on a winning streak like that, they are probably going to beat any other team that come across them, except maybe Arsenal and Liverpool, this season. According to SofaScore, the best players yesterday are number one, Gabriel Jesus, who had 8.1 rating, and he was actually the man of the match, just like I mentioned previously. And also, we have a very, very good performance from other players like Gabriel Martinelli, who had 8.0. I made mention that Gabriel scored yesterday, and he played really, really very well yesterday. And also, we have a great performance. We saw a great performance from Mikel Merino yesterday. Mikel Merino yesterday, looking at the way he played, he is actually improving. He's beginning to understand the English Premier League and he's stepping up on it. That is why I'm always advocate of if you are going to get a player, let us get a player on time so that they have all the time to be able to integrate to the team. And if you are going to get another player right now, for example, Mahmoud Kudus, who I want to mention again, he is already a Premier League proven. He has scored goals in the Premier League. He has played against the big team. You understand how the football in England works. So it's just going to be really, really very easy to integrate him into the team, just like the way we did with Declan Rice. So all of these are the plans that we should see in January for Arsenal transfer window. I personally know that Arsenal is not going to get too many players this season. They're just going to get probably a few players that will replace key positions. We have enough defenders already. We just need to strengthen our forward. So that was what happened yesterday in the only game that happened in the English Premier League yesterday between Brentford and Arsenal, where Arsenal won by 3 goals to 1. Kindly share, comment, and like on this video. Thank you so much and Happy New Year.